Obviously, it's Liam McGeary. We got back here in the program. Wow, what a crazy couple of last days you've had. I mean, you literally went from one opponent, now you're two opponents later, like on somebody brand new. So you put a post up on like Twitter or something. It was like, how do you train for somebody in 72 hours? It's like, well, the training's done. Like, there's nothing else you can do. You kind of got what you got, and you're in shape. The way you're going to be in shape is make weight and fight.
Exactly.
The game plan for you doesn't really change much for anybody. You kind of worry about yourself more than you do your opponent. So changing opponents doesn't really bother you all that much. But you are in Belfast. Obviously, it's close to home. They're definitely going to be there. People trying to cheer you on. So it's like, does this going to hurt your ability to actually sell the fight, to be the headliner? Or is Brett McDermott a good enough opponent where people are still going to want to watch that fight?
I think with if it had went with the Chris Fields opponent as a headliner, it would have been easier. But now I don't think a lot of people liked him too much. So I think I was going to get a few cheers anyway. But now I'm fighting someone completely new, you know, and it is what it is. Everybody knows what they're going to get with me. You know, the last fight was not a fight. You know, it was just laying down and doing his thing. But this guy. He's a scrapper. You know, he can take a punch. He can give a punch. He's a brawler. So the fans know that they're going to have a punch up on their hands, and it's not going to be a case of I'm going to shoot for a takedown. He's going to shoot for a takedown. I think we're just going to stand on our feet and bang it out.
So when Bellator called you and said, "Hey, look, what's his name, Vladimir, or whatever, was out, and now we're going to run on this other guy," did they just call you and tell you, "Hey, this is the replacement"? Or do they go, "Do you accept this replacement for this fight"?
Yeah, they pretty much said, it was like, listen, Vladimir, he can't get into these problems, you know. It was like, what about this guy? So there was another guy mentioned. I was like, listen, Sound, this will do. And then they were like, well, we can't get this guy. And then this is the only dude we can probably bring in for the fight. It was like, what do you think? I said, look, I'm in Belfast. You know, let's just get this on. I was getting a hump with it a little bit. I'm not going to lie. You know, it's all this. You have one fight, then it goes to another, then to another, then to another. And it's like, man, just come on, just get a fucking fight. Just someone fight me, you know. I didn't want to put all this training to waste. I've got people coming over. I was ready to go.
Well, Bellator had the same problem last week with Fedor, where Matt Mitrione all of a sudden has a kidney stone. He has to pull out. Yeah. They offered Fedor a bunch of different guys. Like they went through the lineup. And he basically said no to all of them. It was like, no, I'm good. So you could have very easily said no to everyone that they threw at you. What's your motivation for saying yes to everybody that they dumped at you when you were just like, okay, yes, I'm going to take every single fight no matter what?
Well, for one, they did have that guy pull out last week. It wasn't no fault of his own, you know. He got sick, you know, so I'm sure he would have wanted to fight. But they couldn't have that 2 weekends on the row, you know. It wouldn't have looked good. So, regardless of whoever they put in, I'm not going to say no. And another reason, the main reason was I spent 14 months sat out. You know, I didn't want to sit out a few months. So God knows when they would have got me back in the cage. So I was like, listen, I've trained, I've signed the paperwork. Let's just find somebody so I can fucking punch in the face and get them, keep the main event alive.
Have you had a chance to even look at Brett McDermott's style or any of his old fights?
I have watched a couple of them by now. Yeah, I've watched a few. I mean, he's durable. He's tough. He's a typical English dude. You know, he likes to have a fucking punch up, which is good.
It's exciting for the fans for sure. It's definitely going to be exciting for the fans there in Belfast. So, how long have you actually been in Belfast?
Yep.
I got here Monday afternoon.
Okay.
I flew out of New York Sunday night.
How's the jet lag? Any problems with that?
No, it's fine. I mean, it took a couple of days just to get accustomed. I'm more worried about the mattress. I can't sleep on the mattress. that's the only. It's not okay.
That's awesome. So what's going to happen then? Since you are doing so much to get this fight together, they have had a bunch of different opponents for you. Is Bellator going to try and get you working again? Because it was a long layoff from your last fight. Is Bellator going to try to keep you working then throughout the rest of the year? They're going to try and book you for a fight as soon as possible after this one because you did do him such a big favor?
I guess so. I mean, that's a good question. That's the question I'm going to bring up to them. But yeah, they are going to keep me busy. It's I want to keep busy. It's not a case of I'm going to lay down and be like, oh yeah, take my time and 6 months here and then another fight. No. You see how I came into this sport. I came in, I was fight after fight after fight after fight, tournament fight after fight after fight, championship, TO. Then I was done. I was like, man, I needed to get that fucking operation done. But it took too long. Then I come back and I fought your man, and I'm not. The cage rust kicked in. I don't know. I know we had a chat beforehand. I felt good, but I mean, I just trained too hard for that one. This time I'm not going to train. I'm not training overtraining. I'm doing everything smart, and I learned from my mistakes. And the mistake was I went into it too much. I got into my own head and thought about it too much and overthunk the situation, and that's what happens.
So when you say you overthunk the situation, did you spend too much time in the gym doing reps trying to figure out certain situations, or were you so stressed out about the fight that just sitting at home thinking about it is what wore you down?
Yeah, I think a bit of both, and I think the fact is I had such a long time off, so I was like, I need to cram everything in. So I was going here, then I was going there, then I was going wrestling, then I was going this one. And that was in one day. I'd do like all of the martial arts in one day and then for strength and conditioning on it. It was like, because I needed to do this and I needed to do that. And then I was listening to other people, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, I'm like, oh, so it's literally, but that wasn't me, it's like, it never has been me. And and after that fight, I sat back and I was like, man, what the fuck? I threw that away because I got into my own head. And I've always been one to say, don't get into your head. Don't let it worry you. Don't think about it. Just go out there and have fun. Now I'm enjoying it again. I've learned to love MMA again and what I'm doing and having fun, basically.
So back before you said you did last camp, you did everything in one day. So what's a generalized, give us like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for you. What's a general during the middle of training camp? How are your days going?
I do a jiu-jitsu in the morning. Then I'd probably, this on a Monday, I might do some striking, do some pad work. Then I might do some sparring later on in the evening. But then sometimes I would miss the pad work just to go do the sparring rounds on the evening. Tuesday I do pad work, or I do a bit of wrestling drills, put a strength and conditioning in. But I was able to go home and rest. I was able to go home, cook myself some food, and have those hours where I can recover from the. Dude, I roll a Henzo's. There's no easy roll on that mat. It's I roll, I drill, and then I go home. I put my feet up, watch a couple of movies, cook myself some food. I'm heading to the gym again. Off I go into the city. I do my training session. Then I go a cryo freeze, and then I go home. It was good hours, good smart training, and it was specific stuff, not necessarily over and over and over and over again. And I hated my job. I hated doing what I was doing.
Yeah, there's nothing worse, especially in this sport, to hate going to practice, hate getting up for stuff, because that makes for a really long week and then mentally draining, which is what we saw with Phil Davis, and it gave him the opportunity to take you down and hold you down for 5 rounds, and that's kind of how that fight went. Obviously you want to impress the folks. You're trying to get a knockout in this one, or get a submission finish as quickly as possible, right?
I've gone back to the same attitude. The fight will last as long as it needs to. I'm not going to go hunting for something. I tried chasing after Phil to knock him out. It didn't happen. I kept walking onto everything. I walked onto a knee pick. He took me down. This guy. I could hit him with a right hand. He could drop. I don't know what. I could hit him with a left hook. I could kick him in the head. But I'm just going to go out there and throw my combinations and have fun with it and just enjoy. It's going to be a good, fun fight to watch for the fans to watch, which I want to do. I want them to be like, oh yeah, Liam loves. Everybody loves to watch me fight, because I bring excitement, and it's not. I'm not what I will try and finish a fight when it needs to be finished. You've got to earn the finish.
That's Liam McGeary, of course. He's in his 4th opponent change with Brett McDermott here Friday, February 24th, Bellator 173. In Belfast. Liam, thanks so much, man. I know you're getting in the middle of trying to get some food together, so I appreciate you coming on here for a few minutes. Enjoy the time, man. Enjoy the fight on Friday night.
Well, all my mates are coming down, so it's going to be a good time.
Friday night's going to be even better after the fight.
Exactly, man. I can't wait. I don't know if I've been more excited for the fight or the piss-up afterwards.
Thanks, brother. Liam, we'll talk to you again soon, man. Take care.
Hey, man, take it easy. Bye-bye.